Welcome to part three and the final part of my interview with Harrison Floyd. I've really gotten to know him well. I think he's a great guy. He's a great patriot. He's huge on the Fani Willis case and the Trump RICO charges. Off camera, we met a little more, and he's got the real receipts on Fani Willis. There's a lot more to drop and come. We can't release it to the public yet. It's not appropriate till we see how it plays out in court. But it's going to be good. It's going to be funny. And here I'm a little more personal, asking Harrison Floyd just about what it's like being Harrison Floyd: food, movies, cultural stuff.
To answer your question about the Marine Corps, every time my daughter's godfather is a Marine. We met when we were serving, and every time I see him and back on Quantico, I am just amazed, and I feel like an old salt dog, as we call them, because you look at some of these younger Marines, you're like, man, bro, you were in elementary school when I was literally in Iraq shooting at people and getting shot at. But at the same time, I see now what the Vietnam vets and Gulf War vets and World War II vets said to me. They're like, I couldn't imagine being in that desert with all that heat. I couldn't fight like that.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the war in Ukraine right now, they're literally using kamikaze drones, flying them into people and blowing them up.
I know.
I was worried about driving across one. Yeah. Like they're like, so when it talks about are there Marines to get the job done, I think that as long as we have a United States Marine Corps, we will have our Spartans / Vikings. That's what we do. We're Vikings. We'll always have somebody who's capable of it. And the Marine Corps isn't like the Army. I'm trying not to smile when I said that.
Man, the branches, man, they're right at each other's throats all the time, man.
No. I'm trying to be diplomatic about this. So, but no, the mindset of Marines, of the Marine Corps has always been, we will get the job done one way or another for our country, no matter with what tools, capabilities, weapons that we have. So as long as we have people wearing that uniform, I believe, and our history is still being passed down, I believe our country will be okay. Another interesting thing is one of the executive orders, I can't remember the number, is they're trying to reactivate a lot of retirees. I don't know how that's happening, because it's supposed to be only in times of national emergency. I haven't heard of one yet. But there are a lot of OIF, OEF veterans like myself who are unhappy with what's going on in the country. And they're looking for a reason to get back into the fight and hook and jab, whether that's in entrepreneurship or public policy and government, fighting, with our minds and with rhetoric instead of slinging lead. So, I'm always a person who's, if there's a veteran who's doing something, even if it's the Coast Guard, I pick them over the average every time.
They sign up and they get to work. And just in general, if you're looking for a work crew, everyone wants military. Everyone wants
military. I want the veterans. So, and Jack Gallagher, I will say, is very disappointing me with his actions as a fellow Marine. Marines are not supposed to run. We stand and fight. When we say we're going to do something, we do it all the way to the end. He needs to finish that term.
There's other disappointments too. I mean, all the wokeism stuff that I see is just I think it's degrading the military, backing out of Afghanistan. It's just we got to get the adults back in charge is all. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. America, a lot of our problems is the American heart needs to be reformed, and it's not something that politics can fix. I do believe in putting good Americans in our politics, but I think it's not the end all be all solution. There's something else going on in America.
100%. There's always going to be bad actors, foreign and domestic, because we're the hegemon of the world right now, and there are other countries that want to be that. So we just got to keep our eyes open. We got to be smart. We got to be critical thinkers. And most importantly, when we see something that's not right, we have to stand up and say something.
If you can give a couple bucks or a lot of bucks, let's go. I want to talk about you personally. Favorite movie, exercise routine?
When I was in the Marine Corps or now?
Right now. Favorite food right now?
Favorite food right now? My favorite food has always been my mother's pot roast.
Oh, yeah. Mama's pot roast.
Can't go wrong. And she also makes banging egg rolls. My mom's food. And my wife's macaroni and cheese. Because if I
Yeah, you got to throw one to the wife or you'll be in trouble. Mac and cheese. Does she put anything in it or is it just macaroni and cheese?
The crusty crumblies on top, she cooks it right.
You got to put some crunch in there. Favorite movie? You could watch anything right now. What do you end up putting in?
That's tough. My brother's going to kill me.
If you don't like movies, if you don't watch them.
No, I do. I'm more of like a show guy. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button and Meet Joe Black.
Yeah, not dead. He's just a kid in a suit. The suit came with the body I took.
Both
so you're Brad Pitt, man.
Brad Pitt. Any James Bond movie.
Any James Bond. My wife will watch World War Z for some reason. She doesn't even like monster movies, but that zombie movie with Brad Pitt, she'll watch it over.
I haven't seen that actually.
Oh, it's good. It's okay because I haven't seen Benjamin Button, so now we'll swap.
You haven't seen The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
I have not.
Do you know what it's about?
Yeah. He's ages backwards. So I want to see it. I just that's one that I missed. But you got to see World War Z, bro. You're gonna love that one. Okay.
Yeah.
And then your workout routine. So what kind of exercise you doing?
Not enough. But my favorite workout routine that I do when I was at the Martial Arts Center of Excellence at the Mace, we had these different workouts that were designed around the way that ancient warriors fought. And my favorite one was the Viking. So the way the Viking works is you get on a rowing machine and you row 1,000 meters. You can go more if you want. So you row 1,000 meters. You get off the row machine. You run 1 mile carrying a sledgehammer. Then after you've ran 1 mile, you do 100 hammer swings on the tire with a sledgehammer. And then after that, you run another mile, and then you get back on the row machine and you row again another 1,000 meters. So that simulates, Vikings, they rowed to England, they ran ashore, they did all their slashing and killing, right? And they had to run back to the boat, and then they had to row back.
Row out.
So that's
the hitting that hammer, the tire would probably shake me apart. That sounds like the hard part.
No, man, the hard part is that row at the end, man. Getting back is because you're just worn out from all the stuff that you were doing, and you just got to keep doing the same motions with the same body parts. So, and carrying the hammer on the run back, because it's the run there carrying it. Then you do all the hammer swings, and then you run back. So those are very difficult.
The way home's the tough one. Well, Harrison Floyd, thank you for joining us. I'd love to have you on again. You ever want to hang? We will hang. And all my people, you can find him on Twitter. I will put his Twitter link down in the description also. We showed it earlier in the show, but check out that Give, Send, Go. Just take a look at it. And if you can give anything to help his defense, that'd be great. But mostly, guys, we're going to pray for him. We're rooting for him. Be public in getting his name out there and his story out there. Because sometimes the media, they don't want people to know about Harrison Floyd.
I break down all the narratives. So
yeah,
someone called me MAGA Moses. So
yeah, I know, dude. And anytime there's a breakthrough, come back on and we'll talk about it because this we're early in the game.
Yeah, I would love to talk about this project that I'm getting ready to launch. It's called the Statesman Project. Statesman Project. So if you go to statesmanproject.com, you can read about it. If somebody gets wrapped up, we already have a partnership with a bail bonds company to get them out. We can set them up with a lawyer for all their pre-trial discovery and stuff.
I will put a link to that, the Statesman Project, which sounds like Harrison Floyd's one of his big coming up projects on helping other people get legal. It says educate, litigate, activate. So if you guys are tired of all this frabba-jabba lawsuits against Trump, these 4 crazy indictments, how about we help our people use the law a little bit for freedom?
There you go.
This has been Harrison Floyd. You will come back on the show and give us an update soon, and we're all rooting for you. Keep praying for him, guys. This has been Doug in Exile. And this wraps up my interview with Harrison Floyd. Make sure you click the links below to support him. And if you guys want to see me spend more time with him, do another interview with him and have sit down and chat on politics and life, make sure you let us know in the comments below and I'll definitely hit him up again and we'll do another conversation. This has been Doug in Exile.